It's time to do a little checking in with the body. I just remembered that I have a microphone. I'm not sure this microphone works any better than me yelling at you over there. But we're going to give it another shot, another try, another iteration, and find out. I'll make a determination in the near future. So, meanwhile, let's see if I can even get these things on me. Hi, how you doing? It is around noon, which is not my usual body checking time. Hi, how you doing? Can you hear me now? No. In case anyone was worried, I'm still silly. Just get that out of the way so you don't need to worry about that. That's one less thing. You can set down that worry, and while you're at it, gather up some other worries. Let's gather worry. Gather it up and then just let it go. Just set it down for a while. You can pick it back up if you want. Let's do it again. Breathing in, gathering all that tension, tensing up. Put the shoulders in the ears, tense up the toes, tense up the hands, and then just shake it off. Just let it go. Or at the very least, set it gently down for a little bit. You can pick it back up when you're done checking in with your body. Let's do a little bit of stretching. That's what I'm here to do. A little body check-in. I got a late start, as often the case. I am contending with inflammation caused by self-sabotaging yesterday. The ice cream was tasty, but dang, when you gonna learn, girl? Does not feel good in the body. Anyway, my body's still pretty resilient. Happy to say, pretty strong, pretty fit, pretty free, pretty flexible. Let's check in on it. I'm going to bring my awareness into the bottoms of my feet, rooting myself into the center of the earth, hanging myself from the center of the sky. Just kind of shaking out the hips and what are these things? Shoulders. And then I'm going to bend from the hips, taking a swan dive down. Just letting all that go, hanging the whole upper body off of the lower body, relaxing the belly, relaxing the back. Just enjoying a little change of perspective. Let's swing toward the left, give a little twist that way, back to center, looking behind the body, and then over to the right, a little extra twist. And I'm going to come back to center, and I'm going to do that again with a little more twist this time. So putting right hand on left leg and lifting that left arm, gazing past those fingertips. Just giving a nice wringing out of the organs of the spine, shifting perspective. I like to do that often. Coming back to center, looking behind the body. Again, relaxing the belly, relaxing the shoulders, relaxing the neck, and then I'm going to bring left hand over to right foot or leg and lifting that right hand up toward the sky or behind the building. Just again enjoying a nice wringing out of the internal organs, a twist through the spine, a body check-in, seeing how things look from this perspective, and just listening to the body, seeing what it has to say to me today. It's feeling a little bit better today, despite yesterday's indulgences, happy to say. I give you permission to sigh if you need extra permission. It does feel good. I'm going to roll up slowly, pushing from the bottoms of the feet, gathering that energy from the center of the earth. Checking in with my stretchy red shirt. I think I bought this to sleep in. There might be a reason. Shaking that off. Just enjoying some free arm swinging. That said, let's do a little more of that side to side. It is a gorgeous, gorgeous September day out there where I am. Hope it's gorgeous wherever you are, or enjoyable to whatever kind of weather you're having or you're under. I'm going to step back with the left foot into a very moderate lunge, pulling that back hip forward, forward hip back, tipping the tailbone under a little bit, looking for a nice long and strong line through the core. Checking that front knee isn't crunching past the front toes, putting those feet on a diagonal line and the hips on a perpendicular line. Trying not to fall over. Let's make some airplane noises. If you do, try to at least fall over well if you're gonna tuck and roll. It's my unsolicited falling over advice for the day. Hi, Meredith. It's good to see you. I hope you're not doing any falling over today, but if you are, tuck and roll. I'm going to push onto the diagonal line, sliding that back heel out just a little bit more, and just feeling into that nice diagonal energy through the spine, out the fingertips, still squaring those hips to perpendicular feet. Try not to crunch up in those shoulders. Still remembering to breathe and smile. Hey Juan, good to see you as well. I'm going to slide this back foot out onto the toe now into a deeper lunge, bringing both hands down on the outsides of that front foot or on either side of it. For contrast, let's bring both hands on what I would call the inside of that front foot into a deeper lunge. Bring the body, if that's comfortable in your body. I like to kind of brace my shoulder against my knee to make sure that I'm not sinking down, crunching down in that shoulder. This gives a nice stretch through that back leg. I'm going to bring weight onto those hands and bring that front leg back to meet the back leg. Pushing onto the diagonal. I'm going to walk forward just a little, playing with the diagonal in the camera as well. Tipping the tailbone toward the back of the head, pushing into those heels. Fingers are wide, palms are strong on the floor. Pushing the heart toward the earth. Just enjoying that nice downward facing dog or upside down triangle or tent pose. It's a little different from the tent in that I'm really trying to tip that tailbone toward the back of the head, press the heart toward the earth. And swing the body forward, lifting the chest and the eyes, keeping the legs together, dropping the belly. Try not to sink in the shoulders, keeping those elbows in close to the body. And just relaxing the belly if possible. Sometimes I like to kind of wiggle on the toes there. Make some funny noises and stick the tongue out if you feel inclined. That's a good place for it. Just enjoying that nice stretch through the front of the body. And then I'm going to lift the hips again, pushing back through the palms, through the spine, into the heels. I'm going to swing that left foot forward in between the hands for a nice deep lunge on that side. Do a little stretchy shirt adjusting as I feel inclined. I encourage you to do the same. And I'm going to step forward with the back foot to meet the front foot and just hang here again in a forward fold. Letting the spine hang off of the hips. Letting gravity do the unwinding. Just relaxing the shoulders. Relaxing the head and neck. I'm going to bend the knees and swing the arms back, coming into a Bit of a counter stretch, pushing the hips forward, lifting the eyes and chest. Just enjoying that and coming back to the front. Shake out the knees a bit. Trying to make sure I'm not locking those. And I'm going to step back with the right foot into that moderate lunge. Again, pulling back hip forward, forward hip back. Tucking the tailbone under a little bit. Checking that the front knee is not crunching past the front toes. And pushing into that back heel. Just enjoying a nice long and strong sensation through the core of the body. Supported with the spine and the abdomen. Still working to tip that tailbone under a little bit. Square the hips perpendicular to the parallel feet. Enjoying that push into that back heel. I'm going to lift the arms, checking not to crunch up in the shoulders. And then sliding that back heel out just a little bit more. Coming onto the diagonal line. Enjoying that energetic line out the heel, through the spine, out the fingertips. Sliding that heel back a little bit more as feels good. And still working to pull that back hip forward, forward hip back. And looking for that perpendicular hip sensation contrasted to the parallel feet sensation. It's a lot of sensation going on. Feels good. Glad to be in this sensing body. I'm going to continue to slide that back foot out, coming onto the back toes. And bringing both hands down on either side of that front leg. Enjoying a nice deep lunge there. And then I'm going to bring the hands on the inside of that front leg. Bringing my left shoulder against left knee. Just deepening that lunge a little bit. Be sure to listen to your own body and adjust accordingly, of course. Or do your own thing entirely. I'm going to bring weight onto those hands and bring that front foot back to meet the back foot. Pressing again through the palms, fingers wide. Through the spine, tipping the tailbone to the back of the head. And pressing into those heels. I'm going to bend the right knee and press more into that left heel. Relaxing the belly. And then bending the left knee and pressing into the right heel. And again on each side, bending the right, pressing into the left. Just taking a breath or so to really relax into that. And then bending the left and pressing into the right. Again, actively, consciously relaxing the belly and tipping the tailbone a little bit. Get more stretch in that. And then I'm going to press into both heels again. Fingers are wide. I'm going to scoop the chest forward through the shoulders, dropping the torso, keeping the legs together, lifting the eyes and chest. A nice stretch through the front of the body, keeping the legs and butt together to protect the low back. And just relaxing the belly, letting the belly sag and drop. A nice stretch through the front of the body. Add some lion noises. Is that a lion noise? I was a pretty sad lion, wasn't it? Tongue stretching noises, whatever that is, whatever you feel like. Try something out. Hi, Alyssa. It's good to see you. I can see today, sort of, when I look through these little round things. Lifting the hips again and pushing through the palms, through the spine, tipping the tailbone, pressing into those heels. I'm going to swing the right foot forward in between the hands. Enjoying a nice deep lunge on that side. I like to bounce in my deep lunges. Some people don't like to bounce. You do what feels right in your body, I say. I give you permission, in case you need it, which you don't, of course. I'm going to step forward with that back foot back into a forward fold and just hang here, letting the upper body hang off the lower body. Again, relaxing the belly, relaxing the back. Let's bring hands behind back and press palms, rolling shoulders together, rolling elbows together. Increasing that stretch, getting a nice stretch through the shoulders and the chest. I'm actively using the muscles of the arms to pull into that stretch. I like to contrast that active stretch with a passive stretch, keeping the hands clasped, but then relaxing the arms, letting the elbows fall away just where they naturally do. Again, still keeping hands clasped, keep them up there. And then again, actively rolling shoulder blades towards each other, rolling elbows towards each other, pressing palms, and exploring that stretch. Maybe over to the left and over to the right. Back to center. I like to imagine I have triceratops ridges. Explore those. Coming back to center. And then again, passively stretching, relaxing the arms, just letting gravity pull the arms into that stretch with no muscle. I'm going to bend the elbows, bring the hands down to the low back, check in with the low back, and come down the back of the body, checking in with the glutes and the hamstrings, giving the backs of the knees a little love, coming down the calves and the ankles, giving those a little squeeze. Say hello to the toes. Hello, toes. You can bend the knees if you need to say hello to your toes. Saying hello to the ankles and the fronts of the shins. And rolling up slowly now. Checking in with the fronts of the legs, the kneecaps and the thighs. And the hip sockets, the glutes. Saying hello to all those digestive and reproductive organs. And up the torso, I like to give a little drum check as I continue rolling the rest of the way up. Check in with the circulatory organs, the lungs and the kidneys, the bladders. I got some tenderness in there for a long time now. I think a lot of us do. Anyhow, I'm just checking in with the arms. I've almost forgot the arms. That's why they're always feeling disconnected. Not always. Sometimes they do, which is why I try to pay extra special attention to making sure that I give them a little extra stretching, a little extra de-stressing. Tend to accumulate a lot of stagnation in those arms. I'm just smoothing, letting go of what no longer serves me. I'm going to take these glasses off to do just a little bit of face smoothing. I like to start by warming the hands a little and placing the hands on the face. Just gathering up any last worries and cares and stresses from the face and the mind. And then just smoothing that out and shaking it off, giving it back to the universe to be recycled as needed. Let's do that a couple more times. Warming the hands with healing energy. Gathering up what no longer serves me. Smoothing that out and shaking it off. One more time. Warming, healing energy. Just breathing out any stresses and worries and cares, shaking it off, giving it back to the universe to be recycled as needed. I hope that you are remembering to let go of whatever no longer serves you, making room for this amazingly abundant world, universe, life. Remembering that you are worthy of your own unconditional love, first, foremost, always and always. Salma, Rich, awesome to see you. Meredith, hi. Love you, girl. I'll be seeing you. Thanks for stopping by. Ciao for now.